Hello, Tudoriferous listeners. Just a little heads up for you. Sort of about 2/3 of the way through this episode, we do start talking about an eating disorder. It's not, we don't go into huge amounts of detail, but if that's something that isn't good for you to listen to at the moment, then, just be warned. Okay, thank you. Hello, I'm David.
And I'm Lucy.
And welcome to Tudoriferous, the podcast examining lives in the Tudor era. Yes, got it right this time.
yes, it's Tudors.
Yes. And we're doing a Cameo episode today, so we're not sort of ranking and actually
ranking. When did we last do that?
True. Well, actually, considering this poor woman was definitely ranked by her husband, and,
yes,
I think it's only fair that we don't rank her, because today we are covering
Bianca Maria Sforza,
the second wife.
Yes, she's wife. We did wife number 1 last week. That's Mary of Burgundy, of Maximilian. Today we're doing wife number 2, and that's in chronological order.
Yeah. And
in order of Maximilian's affections.
Oh dear. I know that we have a soft spot for Maximilian, but we do have to remember that he does behave pretty badly in many ways, and this is one of them.
He's vile to her, frankly. He really is. I wonder if Philip was looking at the way he treated Bianca and thought, oh, well, that's how you treat your wives.
Oh, Lord. Oh, little...
Yeah, I mean, it's not quite as bad as Juana, but yeah, I did feel sorry for her. Anyway, Bianca's family.
Oh, the Sforzas, right.
Yes. Bianca Maria Sforza was born on the 5th of April, 1472. And you can tell she was someone of importance, because we've got an exact date.
Although quite often we only have an exact date because someone wants to make a horoscope.
Yes, yeah, that's true. Her dad was Galeazzo Maria Sforza, and you won't be aware of this, David, but he fed an entire hare to a poacher.
Oh, yes, I seem to recall something of that ilk. I mean, one of the advantages of our podcast, of course, is because it's not chronological, people can just dip in, with someone that they're interested in. But these little ways of referring to people must be quite alarming sometimes.
Yes. Yeah, because I think we first mentioned that in Leonardo's episode, and that's going back quite a way.
Of course, that's a Patreon episode, so I wonder when was the first time the main feed people went, wait, what did he do?
Yes. Well, if you want to know the details... Well, actually, that is the detail, isn't it? It doesn't go any further
There's a lot of lovely details in Leonardo's episode. He's one of the few people we thought, well, you thought because you did him, he actually sounded like he'd be quite nice to be around. So...
Yeah. Yes, and just before we recorded that, Michelle and I had been saying, wouldn't it be nice to have a nice one for a change? I said, you wait. Bianca Maria was probably named after Grandma, Bianca Maria Visconti.
Yeah. And
Grandma was a whole heir. I'm calling her Grandma because otherwise we've got to keep calling her Bianca Maria Visconti to differentiate. She was the sole heiress of Milan. So when her husband died, she called her son, Galeazzo Maria, who was in France. He was fighting alongside Louis XI against Charles the Bold.
Yes. So we have to specify which Charles Louis was fighting against.
Yes, there were quite a few, including his brother.
His brother, his father, and his son, emotionally.
Yes. Yeah, she told him, get back here and claim your birthright. Well, claim my birthright, really, but, I'm never a woman, so claim your birthright. Galeazzo Maria and his mum ruled Milan jointly until he threw her into prison. Yeah. Or he banished her to her lands in Cremona. He got fed up with her interference in governing Milan. I mean, she thought, okay, we're doing it together. This is nice, a mother and son team. But he was thinking, just get out, Mum. Just leave it to me.
Look, Mum, it's either this or the hair.
Yes. It's actually more likely he sent her to Cremona. I suspect the prison rumour came later when he was so tyrannical that people would believe anything of him.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't know for certain. He fed an entire hare to a poacher, but you just believe anything of him.
What do you do to him? I sent her to Cremona. It sounds... No, literally, I sent her to Cremona. She's got some lands there. It's nice.
They were going away saying, I don't think he sent her to Cremona. Well, Bianca Maria Visconti then plotted with Venice and King Ferrante of Naples, he of Heads in Jar fame, to overthrow her son. She thought he'd gone rogue, which frankly he had. But soon after, she attended her son's wedding feast. But then she fell ill.
Oh.
And I think I can leave you to fill in the gaps here. But this time, poisoning seems more likely. There were some of Galeazzo's men in the place where she was taken ill. And they were later implicated in other poisonings.
Oh, fair enough.
And we are talking about Galeazzo Maria here, so... Yes.
Yeah.
So that's what happened to Grandma.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the sort of family that Bianca Maria was born into.
Oh, dear.
Her mother was Bona of Savoy. And the important thing about Bona of Savoy was that she had been due to marry Edward IV until he said, actually, I've got something to tell you all. She was the one that the Earl of Warwick was busy setting up. I'm not sure how he broke it to the of Savoy family.
Yes.
Anyway, she married Galeazzo Maria. Lucky girl.
I'm trying to think out of the two of them. I mean, Edward might be more fun to be around, but, you know, if he's in the right mood.
Yes, you know you're one of many.
Yeah.
Bianca Maria, this was Bianca Maria Sforza now, the other one being highly dead, had a half-sister by her father and one of his mistresses, and that is she of the Quattro Fichi herself, Caterina Sforza.
Oh,
yeah.
Nice.
It's unlikely they knew each other well, because Caterina was quite a bit older, and she'd been brought up by her mother and grandmother, which was good for her. Obviously, she was out of the court. But it's a pity, because I felt that Caterina could have taught Bianca a thing or two about sticking up for herself.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if she just taught her the Quattro Fichi, that would have done. If she could have done that to Maximilian once or twice.
I'm just imagining Caterina Sforza married to Maximilian. That would have just been...
One of Bianca's full sisters was Anna Maria Sforza, and she was Alfonso d'Este's wife before he married Lucretia Borgia.
Ah.
Yeah. And her brother was little Gian Galeazzo Sforza.
Ah, the one who looked like a puppy.
Looked like a puppy.
Yes.
It all falls into place. I should think these genealogies are probably of more interest to Patreon people, because we've done all these people on Patreon.
I don't know.
We know them very intimately.
I think it's quite appealing to kind of hang on. So they were like, what, who? These people sound fascinating.
Yes. On Boxing Day, 1476, Bianca's father was assassinated. And there were 3 assassins. One was doing it over a land dispute that Galeazzo did. He wanted Galeazzo to intervene in, and he didn't. One was a Republican that just wanted to get rid of the boss.
Yeah.
And one accused Galeazzo of deflowering his sister.
I mean, the likelihood is high.
Yes.
It's just...
Yes. By what I read, very few people were too upset by this assassination.
Oh.
He had it coming, I'm afraid.
Yeah. By the way, just for any American listeners, obviously Republican as in someone who doesn't want to have a king or monarch or duke, not a member of a political party.
Yeah. After the assassination, Bianca's mother, Bona, took over. Since little Gian Galeazzo was just 7, he must have really looked like a puppy then.
Yes.
She was helped by the very able secretary, Chico Simonetta. Galeazzo Maria's brother, Sforza, was very much against this woman and this secretary being regent. But very sadly, and yet very conveniently, he died. So, yeah, that problem's been got rid of.
I think Bonnet of Savoy is just fed up of being messed around by men.
So, yes. I mean, needless to say, she was accused of poisoning him,
Wow.
which isn't out of the question. But then Bonner fell in love with a waiter, which rather sapped her credibility. The waiter, Antonio Tassino, resented the secretary, Simonetta. A certain amount of personal jealousy here, I think. The waiter persuaded Bonner to allow Ludovico Sforza back into Milan.
Oh.
And he was obviously hoping that Ludovico's presence would dilute Simonetta's influence. In fact, by allowing Ludovico back in Milan, Bonner had condemned Simonetta to death, which was rather further than she had planned to go.
Yeah.
We've talked about Bonner in Caterina Sforza's episode. She seemed more of a heart person than a head person. I don't think she thinks things through.
Ah.
Yeah. Then Ludovico banished Tassino, the waiter/lover. So now Bonner's on her own. Quite a frightening place to be in Ludovico's Milan, which she now considers it is Ludovico's Milan.
Yeah.
Even though it really isn't. Gian Galeazzo is the emperor.
Yes.
Not the emperor, the duke.
The Duke.
Oh, Bonner demanded to go back to France. A great act of defiance. Right, I'm going back to France. And Ludovico said, fine, off you pop. Suits me.
Yes.
So he was now left to rule as regent in his own right until Gian Galeazzo came of age, when he would definitely hand the reins of power over to him.
Oh, yes. And not just ply him with alcohol, women, and a knife.
Yes. Well, he will definitely give it back. Unless, of course, little Gian Galeazzo should happen to die. Potential suitors for... This is terrible. Every time I have to write her name, I think, oh God, what's her name again? And I feel this is sort of symptomatic of her life. Potential suitors of Bianca Maria. So, Bianca Maria's father is dead. Her mother has turned to Piedmont. So what happened to little Bianca? Well, luckily she had her jolly Uncle Ludovico. He knew a useful thing, and so he started putting out feelers to find a suitable husband for her. She had already been betrothed to Philibert of Savoy when she was not even 2 years old.
I mean, of Savoy, that's a... I mean, God, these are noble families. Why am I saying, isn't that a bit close?
Yes. Yes, it was quite close. They were first cousins.
Oh, dear.
Yeah. Well, why not? He died when he was 16, leaving Bianca a widow at the age of 10. That's an eventful life.
Yeah. It's one of those marriages that's just a super strong form of betrothal. There's nothing happened there.
No. So it's at that point that she's put under the care, in inverted commas, of lovely Uncle Ludovico. He was meant to be in charge of her education, but he doesn't seem to be particularly bothered about that. He had a city-state to run. He didn't have time to make sure that his niece could read and write.
Oh dear.
And we heard from Maximilian he didn't think much of her intellectual prowess.
Oh.
Now maybe we can see why.
Yeah, Maxie.
Yes.
Because you're a real brain trust.
I don't think he kept quiet about any of these things either.
No.
So, like Mary of Burgundy, Bianca had a full portfolio of potential husbands. Potential husband number 1 was John Corvinus, son of Matthias Corvinus.
Oh, yeah.
We hear he comes into everything now we've done him, Corvinus. And this was all but a done deal. They'd had a proxy wedding, and the dowry was fixed at 150,000 ducats, and even Bianca's nuptial retinue had been chosen. So, I mean, they were that close.
Yeah.
A farewell sonnet was composed.
Wow.
Yes. However, her departure was continually being postponed. I'm not sure how keen Bianca was on this marriage. John Corvinus had been described to her as, quote, lame and totally deformed, unquote. Ooh. Totally deformed. Then I read, out of desperation, she seemed to be willing to take the veil. So is that because she was afraid she was going to be left on the shelf because they kept postponing it, or that she really didn't want to marry a man who was totally deformed?
Oh.
Don't know.
Poor fellow.
I don't know why Ludovico thought this was a good marriage. John was illegitimate.
Well, I was just thinking I don't remember John inheriting the throne of Hungary.
No, he didn't.
No.
yeah, it was Matthias's intention that he should, but he had powerful enemies. Well, one of them being Beatrice of Naples, Matthias's wife.
Ah.
Yeah, she had other ideas.
Yeah.
She was afraid that a marriage like this would cement John Corvinus's legitimacy, and she was, very much against that.
Mm-hmm.
And she wanted John to marry into the of Aragon household.
Ah.
Probably quite low down of Aragon household.
They certainly don't have any more princesses.
No, they don't. Ludovico did suggest Bianca Maria for the new king of Hungary and Bohemia, Vladislaus. But Beatrice, as we heard, had already got her cunning, scheming, womanly claws into him.
Bet she regretted that.
Yes. Well, Ludovico didn't think that was a problem. He'd just get his brother, Cardinal Ascanio Sforza, to have a little word with Pope Innocent, and, it'll all be sorted. But for some reason it wasn't, which was probably no bad thing. The second potential husband was James IV of Scotland.
Oh.
Yeah. And that didn't happen because Ludovico thought he could do better. I don't know, I hope Henry never heard about that, because he thought he could do better. My daughter's married to the man.
No, yes, well, maybe he'd heard about the amateur dentistry and thought, look, I know we're pretty bad around here, but that's just creepy, James.
Yeah, but lovely hair. Yes. Maximilian.
Oh.
But then, who is this clambering over mountains and fighting the infidel to reach his bride? It's the White King.
Hey.
Yeah, unfortunately for Bianca, all the amazing feats he writes about in his autobiography were during his epic voyage to meet his first wife, Mary of Burgundy. As far as I know, he didn't write anything similar for his second wife.
Do you think that he's so obsessed with these chivalric romances that he's bought into the idea that, well, no, a knight can only have one true love?
Might well have done, actually, yes. Yeah. This marriage wasn't based on love.
No.
This marriage was based on a dowry of 400,000 ducats. That's a big dowry.
Yes.
Yeah. At least it wasn't 400,000 ducats. That's the sum that they told everybody. It was 300,000 ducats. They put it about that it was 400,000 to make them seem more important. What Ludovico was getting out of it was that Maximilian was going to confirm him as Duke.
Ah.
Yeah, although he wasn't Duke.
No.
Not yet.
No.
He found his own way of making sure he got to be Duke. But I don't think Maximilian ever did confirm the dukedom of Ludovico.
It's all right, says Maximilian. Once I'm made Pope Emperor, I can confirm anything you like. Yeah. I seem to remember that it was all something to do with getting a diploma, wasn't it? He was going to get a diploma to say, well done, now you're Duke. Maximilian felt that this marriage gave him some claim over Milan, much to the annoyance of Charles VIII, or rather his sister, Anne de Beaujeu, she of the look. This might be seen as the catalyst that led to Charles invading and kicking off the whole Italian wars, which have been the bane of our life for the last few years. So we might have Maximilian to blame. Bianca had to renounce all her claims to Milan to Ludovico before the marriage could take place. And I wonder if Maximilian knew she'd done that, or whether it came as quite a shock that after they'd married. She said, well, I haven't got it. Yeah. So, what? That's what I married you for. And the 400,000 ducats. Yeah. Certainly Emperor Frederick was against the marriage for the reason that he thought it would drag the family into the mire that was Italian politics. He thought, I don't want to I can't be bothered with that. I've heard about it all. I've listened to podcasts. So I keep forgetting that Frederick is still emperor at this point. I always think of Maximilian as the emperor, but he's most of the story we've covered of him, he's not yet.
No, not yet. Yeah. Also, Frederick felt that marrying a Sforza was dragging the Habsburg name into the dust, because the Sforzas were just usurpers.
Yes.
And should have been Visconti.
True.
Yeah, when they did marry, Maximilian didn't turn up to the wedding. Why should he? I mean, he's got other things to do. It's only his wedding.
That must be her third marriage that the groom didn't turn up for. Bianca
spent the Christmas of 1493 and the following months in Innsbruck. And there she was received not by her husband, but by Archduke Sigismund of Tyrol.
Oh.
Yes, it's that buffoon we talked about on Patreon, with his love of women in crazy headgear and dwarves.
Oh, no.
But luckily for Bianca, he had his young wife, Catherine, in her crazy headgear, with him, and she and Bianca indulged in dancing, games and other diversions, quote, amidst great merriment, unquote.
Oh, thank heavens. Oh, that's nice.
Enjoy it while you can, Bianca.
Oh.
There's not going to be a lot of merriment. Maximilian arrived in Innsbruck only in early March 1494.
Mm-hmm.
So this is 3 months later. And that was only due to the intervention of one of Bianca's retinue who was worried about the potential gossip.
Mm.
And yet even when he was there, he continued to pay very little attention to poor Bianca.
Oh.
Yeah, as I said, I can see Philip and Juana in this.
Yes.
Actually, and he didn't have a very high opinion of his new wife. He thought she may have been more beautiful than Mary of Burgundy. That's a nice thing to say.
Mm.
But she wasn't as wise. He didn't like her. He thought she was uneducated, talkative, naive, wasteful of money, which was rich, and careless, and wasteful of money.
Oh dear. I suppose, I mean, in a way you can't expect, I mean, this is an arranged marriage for money. I mean, they would have been pretty lucky to get on. And you just didn't.
Yes, well, Philip and Juana got on straight away.
Mm.
At least physically.
Uh-huh.
But then I think Philip did with everybody, didn't he? Every woman.
Yes.
She probably thought, oh, this is wonderful. He didn't realise, he'd just probably come from somebody else's bedroom.
Well, yes, because he was Philip the Handsome, supposedly. I mean, looking at that painting, either our beauty standards have changed quite considerably,
yeah,
or he had a really bad portrait artist.
Yes. At least he didn't have the one that Louis XII had, which gave him boss eyes.
Oh, yes. Mm.
One bright thing for Bianca is she really liked her stepchildren, Philip and Margaret. Well, that's Philip the Handsome and Margaret of Austria. Mm-hmm. But she was accused of being like a child herself, sitting on the floor playing. It was a bit undignified. But then, isn't it nice that she sits on the floor and plays with her stepchildren?
Yes.
Yeah, well, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Until I checked Philip's age. He was 16 when his father married her.
Oh, I see. So she was on the floor playing with Philip. Don't do that.
Yeah, well, he definitely wasn't a child at the age of 16. He'd seen a few things.
Oh, dear.
Bianca either had no pregnancies or she was pregnant soon after the marriage but had a miscarriage.
Oh.
And there seems to be something of a Charles the Bold and Margaret of Burgundy situation here. You can't have children unless you're together from time to time.
Yes. Oh, dear.
If Bianca had had a son, maybe Maximilian would have had more time for her. Mm. But he concentrated all his energies on Philip, and then when he died in 1506, on his grandsons Charles and Ferdinand.
Yes.
I mean, really, for Maximilian, she was surplus to requirements. He got everything he wanted. He spent a dowry.
Oh.
He spent it on his military shenanigans of 1493 and 4. And that was when he was having a spot of bother with the Low Countries.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, and they locked him in a spice depot and beheaded his jester.
Oh, God. That's just unnecessary.
It really is. Yes. Perhaps he's one of these people who just can't stop telling jokes.
Yes.
He thought, right, I know how to stop you telling jokes.
Oh, no.
She lived in the court in Tyrol. She had Milanese people around her, so she had people to talk to in her own language. But I don't know how often she actually saw Maximilian.
Oh, yeah.
And I wouldn't want to live in the court in Tyrol. It seemed like it seemed a silly place, so to say.
I don't know, though, if you've grown up in the court of Milan, I'd take silly over terrifying.
Yes, true. True. Well, they were together sometimes, because we've heard that if Maximilian and Bianca were travelling anywhere, and he couldn't afford to pay for their room, or possibly rooms, he would leave her there as collateral.
Yes.
Further research has modified that. Apparently he only used her as collateral for her own debts.
Oh.
I have my doubts. It seems very Maximilian, because not only could he defer payment for his room, but he's also lodging his wife for free of charge for a few weeks. Yeah. I wondered if they cooked this up between them.
Yes. So basically, so here it is, Bianca Marie. What you do is, I'll pay for my room. You don't have to pay because you're collateral, and you get to not be with me for a few weeks. How does that sound? And she says,
Yes.
that sounds wonderful.
Sadly not.
Oh dear.
No.
Oh.
She was very fond of him.
Oh.
There are some bright moments in her life. 1508, she became an empress and queen of the Romans, which is quite something, regardless of how it comes about. And recent research shows that she wasn't as stupid as Maximilian made out. But she wasn't given the chance to be politically active, like Margaret of Austria, and plenty of other women around at this time.
Yeah.
She did intervene politically sometimes, even though she was said to have had quite an abhorrence of her jolly uncle Ludovico. She did lobby her husband to give military aid to Milan against the French. But whether Maximilian actually listened to her,
No.
I don't know. It's always been thought that Maximilian wanted so little to do with her that although she sent him heartfelt letters and gifts, probably tear-stained parchments, he didn't even bother to reply. Again, recent research, he's obviously had a bit of revisionist history daubed on him, because apparently he did write her letters, not many, but some, which told her of whatever political and military situation he'd blundered into at the time.
Yeah.
Maybe not the love letters she would have liked.
No.
No. At least it's something. Apparently she developed an eating disorder.
Oh.
And often wrote to him complaining of ill health. And you can imagine, if they were pretty much estranged, he must have thought, what's this got to do with me? Just see a doctor.
No, don't see a doctor. That'll make it so much worse.
Yes. He's also accused of keeping her under severe financial restraint. And that may well be so. But it was due either to the fact that he felt that giving her money was a waste, since she just wasted it. Or it might mean he didn't have it.
Well, yeah.
I think this is Maximilian.
Yes.
This is what he's renowned for. He's also been accused of deceiving Bianca because he wouldn't let her go to his crowning in Trento. And that was the one which he just sort of did a spur-of-the-moment thing. Well, if I can't go to Rome, I'll put on a show here and now.
Yeah.
I wouldn't come to Trento, but he said she could come to the real one in Rome. We do hear that he didn't think she was very presentable. So perhaps he didn't want her by his side while he was being crowned. This is his big moment. He's been waiting for this magic crown.
Yes.
He doesn't want her letting him down.
I mean, we know that, well, it seems likely that Henry VII and Elizabeth of York, at least after some time, were pretty close, and yet she wasn't at his coronation. So it's...
Yeah. But I don't think he was deceiving her because he had no intention of letting her go to the real ceremony. I think more likely he was deceiving himself about there being a ceremony.
Maybe he didn't want her to be there because hang on, that crown's made of cardboard and tinfoil.
Yeah, perhaps she was one of these people who just blab things out and he thought, oh no. Yeah, he wasn't going to get the proper one because Julius was shouting, keep away, no crowns here.
No.
But damn it, he was going to go to Rome. Bianca had been there for the preparations for the coronation, but she wasn't well. So, I mean, that's another reason why she probably didn't go. It might not have been him saying, don't come. It might have been her saying, I really want to come, but I just can't.
It's a long and difficult journey.
It is. Yeah, and there's he was fighting the Venetians at the time, so, I mean, it's not a safe place to be. Apparently she was very emaciated at this time. She's got this eating disorder.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, I mean, she had been the richest bride in Europe, brought a huge dowry to the marriage, and now she's a shadow of her former self.
Oh, dear.
When Maximilian realised she was at death's door, he did send her a doctor. But he wanted to do bloodletting on her, which she very wisely refused. I mean, the last thing you need, if you've been starving yourself, is to have most of your blood removed.
Yes.
When she died, on the 31st of December 1510, Maximilian didn't attend her funeral. I mean, he hadn't attended her wedding.
No.
so why do I attend the funeral? But he didn't even make her a gravestone. It's not uncommon not to attend family funerals. But as for getting her the gravestone, chances are he couldn't afford it.
I'm remembering what his ridiculously elaborate tomb looks like.
But she is on that. She is one of the figures, yes.
Oh, well.
Yeah. Mind you, I seem to remember King Arthur is as well. Yeah, she hasn't got one. He's got a massive tomb. It's not right. When she died, she was found to be severely dehydrated, and many people put that down to the neglect of Maximilian. I don't know what Maximilian was meant to do, sort of keep giving her glasses of water, but she was in a bad way.
It does sound like, yes, a pretty severe eating disorder at that point.
It really does, yeah.
Yeah.
She didn't die of the disease. Well, we know she ate sometimes.
Yeah.
Because she died of a surfeit of snails.
A surfeit of snails.
Or, more boringly, of consumption. But we'll ignore that. We've got another surfeit death,
Yes.
so we're going to go with that.
Do they literally, some of these chroniclers, just look at what was the last thing they ate and go, must have been that. Must have been that.
Well, I checked. I mean, snails were commonly eaten at Lent or other fasting days because they're not actually meat. You know, they fit into the sort of puffin, not quite fish, not quite meat sort of thing. And obviously, Bianca wasn't overeating them during Lent since she died on the last day of the year.
Ah, yes.
So I wanted to know how a surfeit of snails could kill you. For a start, don't eat them raw.
Yeah.
I don't know why anyone would be inclined to eat them raw or inclined to eat them at all. But, yeah, that's very dangerous. But even cooked snails absorb toxins like pesticides or heavy metals, perhaps not so much in the 1500s, but... And also, if a snail has just eaten a poisonous mushroom, it's not a problem for the snail, but it is a problem if you then eat the snail.
Oh, yeah. I was just thinking, though, you were saying she died on the 31st of December, but of course, that wouldn't have been the Lenten fast, but up until the 25th, that would have been the Advent fast. Yeah. So that might have been the issue.
Yes. Yeah. If you do want to eat snails, you should purge them first. I don't know how you do. I presume you just wait for nature to take its course rather than giving them an enema or something.
Give them a good squeeze. Oh, that reminds me. I'm sure we'll cut this, but it's ibises in Australia have worked out how to eat cane toads by effectively purging them. And what they do is they basically grab the cane toad, knock it about, like purging it, so it gets all angry and, releases its poison, and then they wipe it on the grass, and then they can eat it. Oh. So maybe that's what you have to do. You have to knock it about and give it a wipe, and then you can eat it.
Yeah, we're not actually suggesting any of the...
Oh, no, don't do this.
No. Just to make that clear. If you eat a lot of snails, the sheer mass of them can cause an intestinal blockage.
Well, I imagine that would apply to anything.
I think, well, yes, maybe. I don't know, it's the composition of snails.
True.
We seem to have got way off the subject of Bianca. But I just thought, it seems to be the story of Bianca's life. Mary of Burgundy dies in a sort of romantic way, falling off a horse.
Yeah.
Bianca dies of an intestinal blockage brought about by snails.
Oh.
Yeah. Ugh. And that is the unsatisfactory life of Bianca Maria Habsburg, née Sforza.
Wow. That is sad, actually.
It is. I think if we had more details, it would be even sadder.
She seems... I don't know how young she was when she got married, because I lost track, but it seems like she wasn't... she was a bit of an afterthought in her family. Her mother was too busy ruling to pay. Nobody educated her, so she may not have had much of a childhood. She tried to get on with her stepchildren, but she was in that weird position of being a little too old to be alongside them, but a little too young to be seen as respectable.
And to be a proper mum.
Yeah, and then her husband just was Maximilian.
And he was probably saying to his kids... She's not Mary, is she?
Oh. Well, that is Maxie's second and, fortunately for the women of Europe, final wife.
Yes, yes. But he just passed it on to his son.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's next week, but very soon we will be talking about Juana.
Yes. And see what model of spousal love Philip took from his father.
Yes. Bring your tissues.
He took the wrong one. He didn't focus on his mother.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed that miserable story.
Yes. But until then, goodbye.
Goodbye.